Hi, so I'm going to be demonstrating how Contact Enhance works with MailChimp today. Quite a straightforward process using Zapier to integrate the two applications and enhance the data that I'm collecting via MailChimp. I'm actually collecting it via the website contactenhance.com, and I'm collecting the company name, first name, last name, telephone number, the email address, which is also the user ID, and the password. Once people have completed this and clicked sign up for Contact Enhance, that information goes straight through to a MailChimp list. Once that's gone through to this list here, they get a welcome email and a workflow runs to show users how to use Contact Enhance. This list, however, is limited to the fields that we saw on the form, so I only get the first name, last name, phone number, and company name, along with the email address. I've created some additional fields: annual revenue, employee bandwidth, and business description. So I'm going to show you how I actually populate those fields using Contact Enhance with the Zapier plugin now. Before I go any further, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a subscriber to the list manually. So I'm going to add myself, my email address. I'm going to also put my first name, my surname, my telephone number, and I'm going to put in my company name, and I'm going to leave the annual revenue blank. Some other fields that I've got: the business description, website, Twitter profile, all of that information I'm going to leave blank. Then I'm going to select that and I'm going to click on subscribe. So what that will do is it will add me to the list, and if we go back to the list here, then we will see that we've now got my address up at the top of that list, or down at the bottom of that list. There we go. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Zapier and I'm going to click on Make as App. Once I've clicked on that, I'm going to search for MailChimp, which is going to be my trigger event. New subscriber, so it will run every time it finds a new subscriber. My MailChimp account is already connected. Save and continue. The list that I'm going to be running this against is going to be Contact Enhance registered users. Click continue and then fetch and continue. So it's now looking to see if there's a recent person registered. Look, yep, there we go, Duncan. So we can do now, we can go forwards to continue. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to search for Contact Enhance, which is just down here. Find company, yep, that's the one. Click save and continue. I'm going to select the latest account that I have been using for this, and then save and continue. So the identifier is going to be the email address. The value is going to be from MailChimp, and it's going to be there. And if we don't find the exact email address, I'm fine for it to pan out to a domain level contact. So the information about company is generic anyway. So I'm going to now search for that record and continue. It searches the database to see whether or not there is a record with that domain. There we go, yes it is. It's found company for that domain. And now click add a step. So this final step here is where I'm going to go back to MailChimp and I'm going to enhance the record in MailChimp with the information that I found. So add update subscriber, that's right. Save and continue. Test my MailChimp account, that's right. Click save and continue. The list, I'm going to go back and fetch the list that I've been working on, which is the registered users. The subscriber email, so this is going to do a quick lookup. Which row is it that we're going to look up? It's going to be a row with the email address identified. Double opt-in, no. I'm not going to be sending any confirmation emails. I'm not going to be sending any welcome emails. Update existing, so if no, this app will fail if the subscriber exists. Otherwise it overwrites data. So I do want it to overwrite data, so I'm going to click yes there. Replacing groups, however, I'm going to select no. Put subscribers in a group, no, I'm not going to do that either. I've already got the first name and the last name. I've already got the phone number and the company name. However, the annual revenue I don't have, so I'm going to collect that information from Contact Enhance. The unbounce ID page variant submission date is with regards to the bounce page, so it's not relevant. The employee bandwidth is relevant, however, and I'm going to select that from there. The business description, that's also highly relevant, so I'm going to go down there and I'm going to select that one. The website, that's pretty relevant because I may include that in an email that I'm sending to them. Let's see whether or not I've got that information available. I don't, that's okay. The Twitter profile, go down here and find out whether or not that exists. Yes, it does. And then finally the Facebook profile. So let's see if there's anything there. Yes, there is. Okay, so now if I click continue, what that will do is it will just make sure that something has been created as part of the test. So click create and continue, and then click finish. So I'm going to name my Zap and I'm going to call it CE for Contact Enhance, and I'm going to put MailChimp update subscriber. So that's the information I need. I'm going to save it in my demonstrations folder, and then I'm going to click on. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run over to MailChimp again, and I'm going to go and have a look. So that's my original record, if you remember, but I'm now going to refresh this page. And when I do refresh the page, what we should see is that it has automatically enhanced that. So here we go. So Duncan at CE was the email address I put in. Email movers limited, and then of course I've got the annual revenue, the employee bandwidth. I've also got the business description. I've got the Twitter ID. It didn't find a Facebook ID or a domain, but that's fine. This information here is pretty important to me, so that's what I'm going to be using. And that is how you use Contact Enhance along with MailChimp and Zapier. Thanks for your time.